Hi, I'm David.
I'm Paul, and we are the Rigano Songbook.
This is the first Broadway on Deck performer profile, and we are sitting here with
Lauren Molina.
That's me.
Broadway on Deck. Hi, Lauren.
Hi.
Thanks so much for coming down and joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So we're here to give any and all advice that you have to all of the performers who are still on deck from someone who is a seasoned Broadway performer. Just well seasoned. You've got a couple under your belt.
I sure do. Yeah, Broadway, I started in, 2005 when I did Sweeney Todd, the revival with Patti LuPone and Michael Cerveris. It was wild. I graduated from the University of Michigan in 2003. I'm showing my age, but hey, I'm honest. So I came here and packed up all my stuff in my car, threw my cello in there, and fortunately I came to the city and I had family that was here, so I was able to stay with them in the first few months when people, are struggling, like, do I wait tables, how do I, do the hustle? And I was very fortunate to not have to worry about rent when I first got to the city. So that was, the cards were in my favor in that department.
Sure.
Anyway, so I first moved to the city in 2003 on the day of the blackout in August.
Yes.
And it was
Welcome
wild.
to New York.
Welcome to New York. I was like, this is an omen. And then I was here for a couple years, and I got my equity card doing a Theater Works tour.
Nice.
The Justice
That's
Tours.
how you do it.
And that's where I met Nick Searley, who is my Skivvies partner and my best friend. And then Nick actually called me in 2005 and said, hey, there's a breakdown for a Joanna in Sweeney Todd who also needs to play the cello. And I said to myself, if I don't get this part, there is something wrong in the world. I was like, this is fated for me.
Absolutely.
And so at that time, they weren't sure which instrument she was going to play besides the cello. So after 5 auditions, finally auditioning for Stephen Sondheim himself, 4 feet away, and him saying, you're very charming. What? Stephen Sondheim thinks I'm charming. I booked Sweeney Todd and made my Broadway debut. And I have to say, to all of those people figuring out what they like pieces of advice, I love to encourage to play instruments if you can. Special skills, I am like the poster child of why special skills are important and how they can influence not only your career path unexpectedly, but also to have other gigs and side jobs that are helpful in the hustle. Because that was real. Like while I was doing Sweeney Todd, like other auditions that came up, were just like always with an instrument. And
Well, I feel like Sweeney was one of the first shows, and it started this trend of the actor-musician that really, for a few years, was very popular.
Definitely.
And there were a lot of copycats after that.
Definitely. And I think copycats, but also understanding a great way and form of storytelling.
Oh, it's very cool when it's done well.
So I think, the highest form of flattery is imitation. And so people kind of made it their own and thought, oh, how can I play instruments, make it an extension of the voice to communicate storytelling? And I think, it has taken off for good, bad, and if people want to do it to save money because,
Ain't it the truth?
To the end that you're talking about the instrument as an extension of the voice and the storytelling, what was your approach to Joanna? Because you did it in I think a more unique way by necessity than anyone else has gotten to.
So because of the cello and the way that you hold it between your legs, it sort of became a comfort for Joanna, and because of the way that it was directed, we were on stage the entire time. So that also was a light into the world of Joanna that people had never seen before, because Joanna in the past for productions comes on, sings her little crazy song, and then goes off, and we don't really see her delving into the madness when I wasn't able to use words in scenes, I was still on stage. So the voice of the cello became my instrument. So it would be as if I'm hearing the judge and Sweeney talking, and my voice, I'm playing these like, erratic melodic lines.
Sure.
And so that was kind of like her being woven in.
I was actually going to bring that up specifically. Just one of my most vivid memories of that production is this moment that I don't know if, did they keep the judge's Joanna in that version?
They did,
I
where
think
he's
it. I
flogging
think it was
himself.
during that maybe.
Yeah.
And I just happened to also be towards the front of the orchestra, like down right in front of where you were sitting. So I just remember seeing that, and then like my eyes drifted, and you were like just manically on a tremolo, and I was like,
Yeah.
pardon my French, but
Yeah,
you
so that
and
darkness was really captured in the instruments.
Yeah.
Instrumentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one?
I love it. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm so like familiar with the music and the orchestrations and like my specific cello lines that I played throughout the entire score that like as I watched it, I felt my body just like like thinking of, like I couldn't help myself but like move to what I remembered my cello line to be.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about, we brought up the skivvies, but I think that's another amazing thing, that you have this whole other career that you're doing simultaneous.
Yeah. After Sweeney Todd, I got the skill set to sing and play cello at the same time. Then I immediately got back and I booked Rock of Ages on Broadway, where I had to play a stripper. And I was like, this is the first time in my life where I actually was like confident in my body. Not that I was embarrassed by my body, but like they handed me, they're like, you're gonna be Regina and you're also gonna double as a stripper. And I finally, it was like, it took me being on Broadway to be like, you know what, you should rock that body. And so after that, I felt very confident, and Nick and I were hanging out one day, Nick, my skivvies buddy, and we were like, let's put a cover song on YouTube. And we decided on a song. We set up the video camera. I was walking around in my bra, and Nick says, you should just wear that for the video. And I said, oh, well, we are stripping down the song. What if we did a whole stripped down musical series?
Love it.
Literally trying to decide what to wear led to the skivvies. And then from the kitchen, my boyfriend shouted, you should call yourselves the skivvies. We were like, what else should we do? And we did a whole stripped down series for YouTube. The videos went viral, and then we started doing live shows, and still this trick in the book, take off your clothes and people notice you.
And you've got
There you go. If you want to get past just being on deck, take off your
that's the-
clothes and people will know. And also play the cello.
direct line.
Also play the cello, also sing, take off your clothes.
Be good at
a
a lot of
winning
things
combo.
and get naked, and you will be a
Um,
star.
And so, the skivvies has become my day job. And so Nick and I both are fortunate enough to balance it with our theatrical careers. What else can I say? The skivvies have changed my life. It's my creative outlet. We get to jam with friends. I encourage all people that are on ZAC to make your own content. Hang out with your friends, find your creative collaborators, and just make it. And don't censor yourself. Like, even if you're like, but I don't know if I can, I don't know if it'll be good, just do it. And the more you do, the better you'll get at it. And so just don't be afraid. Before I booked the original reading of the show I'm doing right now, Desperate Measures, I actually booked it because the book writer watched a skivvies video. And now,
You put your stuff out there, you never know.
you put your stuff out there and you never know. I mean, and it's hilarious because now in this new show I'm doing at New World Stages called Desperate Measures, I play a stripper.
It's come full circle.
So, you know what I'm typecast as, cello playing stripper.
Let's
Funny,
talk.
funny cello.
Funny
Because
cello.
this is
Funny.
Yeah, I was
have
about to say,
just
let's
this
use
is
that
one
as
of
a
the funniest
segue.
shows I've ever seen.
Oh my God, Desperate Measures, come see it. It's so funny. It's so smart,
So-
witty,
so
funny,
good.
clever,
Now,
physical
how,
comedy.
And you had your selling out, extending as far as you could extend at the York,
And it.
and now you're back.
Now we're back.
Has
Who
anything-
knew? Commercial run, New World Stages. It's like, it's a dream. We're very lucky, and I get to make out with Connor Ryan, and we get to be clowns together, and wait a second. Who is that over there? Wait, what?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh, Connor
What?
Ryan, what's up?
What's that? Is that
been
Fox's
watching y'all.
Connor Ryan?
What's
Yeah,
up?
Connor and I are, we are just running around doing a few press things today, and so he's my buddy in the corner
That's
during
right.
this interview. Anyway, it's a blast to get to say brilliant words, sing brilliant lyrics, and tuneful melodies. Desperate Measures won Best New Musical on the Off-Broadway Alliance, Outer Critics Circle, Best New Musical, nominated for Drama Desk for Best New Musical. Bowie didn't win that one, SpongeBob did. Totally fine, because we won Drama Desk for Best Music and Best Lyrics. So the awards don't mean anything, but we won.
And besides, SpongeBob couldn't have won the award for Best Music and Best Lyrics because they couldn't fit all those people on the stage.
True. All right.
So they had to give it to a traditional musical theater songwriting team.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you should, yeah, and you should all go see it. The two of them have the funniest song in the whole show.
That's right.
But like, which is tough competition because it's
Also funny.
Thank you so much for coming
Yay,
and doing
thanks.
this. I know you're running all around today. Doing
All good.
And then you've got to do Desperate Measures tonight.
Yeah, one more interview, and then which is together, and then Desperate Measures tonight.
So go see it. Just opened at New World Stages. It's awesome. She's awesome.
You're awesome.
Worth it. Worth
All
the
right.
read.
Thank you so much for watching this Broadway on Deck performer profile.
Mwah.
Bye.
Broadway on deck.